welcome to my video. This is gonna be real short. These are my top 5 things I like to use when I'm doing all my sewing, right? So let's get right to it. The top 5 things I like to use. I use some painter's tape. You're like, what do you need painter tapes for, right? These painter tapes to help me keep a straight line because I do not have any seam guides. I will insert a picture so you can see exactly what that looks like when I'm sewing. The next thing I like to use is some double-sided tape. When I first started sewing, I had no idea you could use some tape, but this saves your life, especially when you're doing zippers and you're doing the exterior and the interior layers. This will save you some time and help keep everything together. So I got that. The next thing I like to use, of course, will be my water bottle. Yes, when you apply your interfaces, sometimes it says squirt with some water. In the beginning, I did not have a water bottle because I was trying to save. So I'm like, I don't need no water. But using some water really helps the interface adhere to your material a lot faster, which saves you some time. The fourth thing I like to use is my Teflon foot when you're using anything like some wax canvas or you're using some vinyl. Teflon foots help your material not stick to the bottom of your sewing foot. The fifth thing I like to use, and I have one more, stay to the end, I'll show you something else I like to use. The fifth thing I like to use would be my 2 pins. I put them together. This is a silver pin from Tandy Leather. This one wipes directly off of your vinyl, and I like to use this pin. This is a friction pin, and what this pin does with heat, it removes from your material. Like anything else, before you use all your material, test a little piece off and see what it'll wipe off. If you apply heat, will it disappear? Those are my 5 things I like to use, but here's some extra tips just for staying towards the end. Sometimes when you're using some double-sided tape, your needle will get kind of gunky and you'll get skip stitches. So therefore, I use some alcohol. I put some alcohol on a little face pad and I just wipe down my needle every so often to make sure that it's not gunking up on it. So I put that there. And then, sometimes we want some bling bling on our bags, and everyone uses these things called rivets. But right now, you don't have money to buy a rivet press. So what I did in the beginning is I bought this punch. Make some room real quick. I bought this punch from Amazon, and you could punch holes through it on your material. Then online, this thing called Chicago screws. And I bought some Chicago screws. Let me open it up real quick. The Chicago screw has 2 parts. You have the front side, and then you have the part that you screw in. So by using the Chicago screws, you don't need a rivet press, and you can save up money to buy things that you really need. And then later on, buy your rivet press. Only thing you need for this is a punch to make your holes, which you use for the Chicago screws. I believe I was using a 2.5 or a 3 setting. And you need a screwdriver to screw these in. And now you can bling bling up your bag. Thank you for watching this video of my top 5 items I like to use when I'm sewing all the time. Please subscribe and like for the next video.